Here's Prescott. Just throws it deep as far as his arm can take him. He caught it! Micah Parsons on the move. Micah Parsons is in! Welcome to the big show, Tony Pollard. Oh, going deep. It is intercepted.
But I'm not going to say a word, but I will say one thing right now.
Prescott, touchdown. Good protection, and the pass wide open. Touchdown, Lamb.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's Space Cowboy here with another video for you guys here today. I'm officially back from vacation, and with that, more Cowboys content is coming and is on the way. Now, before we get any further into this video, if you guys could do me a big favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell. We're going to try and fight against the YouTube algorithm as we get back into the swing of things. All of that's greatly appreciated. So we need to talk about the recent news that's come out today about Jason Peters. And according to Adam Schefter, 9-time Pro Bowl offensive tackle Jason Peters, who is a free agent, said today he still plans to play this season in what would be his 20th NFL season. Peters started his NFL career as an undrafted free agent in 2004 in Buffalo. So what's really intriguing about this is that if he's willing to play another season, we don't know if that means he wants to be a starter or he just wants to play for any team. I believe the question here in Cowboy land would be, do we look to bring him back into the fold for offensive line depth? And to be completely frank with you, I would love for Jason Peters to get back into this locker room and help out with the young guys. Because as we saw in the most recent preseason game versus Jacksonville, and we're going to get a bit more of a look to what we're looking at with this offensive line group against Seattle tomorrow, I think they need more veteran leadership here, and we need to also recollect how Jason Peters really helped Tyler Smith in his development as he was going through things there. Now, I don't know how the Cowboys would utilize Jason Peters because we know what happened last year. Oh, he was playing left tackle, he was playing left guard, then he was playing right tackle. It was just like a whole bunch of stuff moving around. But I think what's really key here is that the Cowboys need to find a depth piece on the outside because I don't think they have it, if I'm being really honest with you. You know, we saw a little bit of a Sim Richards, we saw Matt Waletzko, we saw a lot of these other dudes out there, and it really felt like, I don't know if we have the right answer there. Now, again, these are really young guys, and that's something where it's like, okay, if you do elect to bring Jason Peters back, that's a roster space you're going to have to give up for him. And so you look at who's out there on the offensive line, you know, there's a guy like TJ Bass where, you know, okay, you have to let him go to, you know, make room. But if I'm being honest with you, I think that you should just get rid of Josh Ball, call it a day, because that dude is literally dumpster juice. As much as I'm trying not to be as rude to these guys because they play better, you know, they play better than I would probably do. It's not wrong to showcase that you have guys on this roster that I don't think should make it to the final 53. So with Jason Peters looking to play for another NFL team, again, we don't know what he wants to do. We don't know if teams have reached out to him for a possibility of playing for them. But I think the Cowboys should be interested in bringing back Jason Peters into the fold. I think it was very, very helpful for these young guys. I think that you can't have enough offensive line depth, number two. But more importantly, I think it's really what happens if Tyron Smith goes down eventually. And I think, you know, another factor is, okay, the dude's like 41 years old, 42. How much longer can this dude keep playing at a high level or even at a starter level, you know, type of tackle? That's the real question because, you know, with Jason Peters, even when he was in Chicago before he came to Dallas, it was really like, okay, this dude, he's old, but he's still chugging along. You know, you don't know how much longer this guy has on the football field and enough left in the tank to really be, good. And, you always hope for the best. But at what point, if hypothetically we have a situation where Tyron Smith goes down and you're like, I don't want to play Tyler Smith at left tackle because I don't have an option at left guard, I think that's where you would bring in a Jason Peters. I think Jason Peters can hold himself up nicely as long as Tyron Smith isn't out for a long period of time, because, again, we have to understand Jason Peters is older. There are injury concerns down the road, and this could be his last year. And I think that if the Cowboys are just looking for a 1 year, we're going all in and we need as much depth as possible, it would make the most sense to sign him. And I guess I would ask you guys, what would be the cons of signing Jason Peters? Like, okay, we're going to give up a roster spot for someone that we think deserves to stay on the team. Do we cut an extra dude at that offensive line spot? There's a lot of ways the Cowboys can make things move, but if I'm being just, again, really honest with you, you would have to answer to me, yes, the Cowboys have enough adequate depth at the tackle position on the offensive line to say we don't need him. Now, for all we know, he goes somewhere else, and this is just a moot point. But again, I think what's really key about all of this is that the Dallas Cowboys need to make a decision, because, again, if we go through another preseason game, where it just feels like this offensive line is literally one starter away from falling apart, they need to go get this guy. So I don't really think there's much more to say other than, why don't you just go sign Jason Peters, call it a day, and then we'll just move forward from there. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. Let's fight against the YouTube algorithm as we get back into the swing of things. And you tell me down in the comment section below, should the Cowboys sign Jason Peters once again to get some more adequate depth? Do you think, nah, I don't want a guy that old on my offensive line. We have enough depth here. Tell me what you guys think, because I think the Cowboys could definitely use a guy like Jason Peters in the locker room to assist in how this team is moving about. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and we got a preseason game coming up, so let's see how things go there. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.